Chinese city Fuzhou is a beautiful place where rivers wind around the mountains and meet the sea. It's also a place of history, having served as the national capital for 5 times. Today, Fuzhou is an industrial hub that enjoys a high forest coverage rate and the country's longest urban forest trail. Around 10,000 kilometers away, across the Pacific, sits the U.S. city Tacoma. Like Fuzhou, Tacoma is a place of natural beauty with the sea and the mighty mountains. But beyond those blue and green jewels, and being one of the most walkable cities in the U.S., Tacoma also has a strong industrial base. It takes nearly 20 hours by plane to travel between these two places. But time and distance have not stopped the two from establishing sister city ties, a relationship that has thrived for 30 years. Someone who played a key role in helping to forming those ties was Xi Jinping, who was party secretary of Fuzhou 30 years ago. The key to keep a friendship strong is to stay in touch. For two cities, that means having substantive exchange programs, working together on projects, and visiting each other regularly. Fuzhou and Tacoma's connection was at first a relationship between two ports, but that has become much broader. Over 30 years, the two cities have exchanged hundreds of delegations, building strong ties in trade, culture, and education.
I think that was a huge help when President Xi announced the initiative to have 50,000 U.S. students go to China in the next 5 years.
It was the best experience of their lives, and they want to go back and have more great times and learn more about the Chinese history, people, and culture.
This sister city bound gives students and teachers at Lincoln High School in Tacoma the chances to visit China. This helps them to see the real China and fosters a true appreciation for Chinese culture.
In 2016, President Xi invited 100 kids from my high school, Lincoln High School in Tacoma, to come out to visit China and to have the experience to meet other Chinese students and visiting different schools and getting to truly experience Chinese culture. It was only 10 days in length of the trip, but it felt like I was here for 2 months. We saw so many different things and met so many different people. I made so many different friends and so many different memories. It was absolutely wonderful.
So Sister Cities International was created to allow individual citizens to come together and form partnerships with individual citizens somewhere else in the world. The kinds of artwork that I saw coming from Fuzhou would be immediately familiar to Tacoma students. I think that was a great opportunity for students around the world to sort of recognize each other and go, oh, I recognize that, I could have made that. That person must be my friend, because they seem to like the same art that I do.
Cultural exchanges have helped strengthen the friendship between the two cities. When we see students from Lincoln High singing classic Chinese sounds such as Jasmine Flower, it symbolizes the growing understanding and connection between world communities.
For us, developing relationships with Fuzhou, it's been eye-opening and experiencing opening, particularly for students, but also for the people who live here.
Over the past 30 years, Fuzhou and Tacoma have gained development opportunities and deeper mutual understandings through their friendly interactions. Today, both cities are excited about keeping their friendship strong in every way. And I've heard that this is your first trip to Fuzhou. So far, what's your impression of the city?
It's a very beautiful city.
Yeah.
When we got to go up to the mountain yesterday, all the greenery reminds me a lot of home. When we think about educational exchanges and the fact that we want our students to have a good education and be knowledgeable about the entire world. You know, back in 2015, when President Xi came to Tacoma, to Lincoln High School, which is actually my alma mater, he made that commitment to our young people to bring them to China. And I hope that we'll continue to invest in these cultural exchanges with our young people, in these educational exchanges. I hope that students from Tacoma will continue to come and visit Fuzhou and China, and I hope that students from Fuzhou will continue to visit Tacoma. I hope that we'll take advantage of cutting-edge technology, and we won't wait just for flying, but we'll be able to do things online. I hope that we'll continue to contribute to the economic growth of both of our countries, both of our cities. I think for Tacoma, I really believe I have have an obligation to strengthen those ties, again, because it makes my city a better city.
Yeah. To keep a friendship strong is about seeing each other regularly.
Yes.
And to talk things out, right?
Right, and staying in contact, staying in communication with one another.
At the end, is there anything you want to say to the residents of Fuzhou?
It's just been an honor and a pleasure to be your sister city. And I want you to know that should you ever choose to come to Tacoma, please stop by City Hall and say hello. I am so grateful for this partnership. I am grateful for all of you. And I look forward to 30 more years as your sister city. Thank you so very much. Fuzhou, a blessing.
The hope of the China-US relationship lies in the people. Its foundation is in the societies. Its future depends on the youth, and its vitality comes from exchanges at subnational levels. As we celebrate these two great cities and their 30 years-long friendship, let's hope many other cities and others worldwide can link arms in a way that benefits not only them, but the planet as a whole.
You'll come to the United States and you'll interview me when I'm 90.
Sure.
Okay.
You have my name card.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to this.
Yeah.
When you come to go, I remember you when I was in Fuzhou.
Yes, then let's do that.